Mara designs the cleanest test of her life. A clay cup set on the edge of a high stone shelf. A string she alone controls, rigged to tip it without warning. The drop to the floor takes, by her measurement, 4/5 of a second, far too brief for a human to see and catch. If Wren catches it, his speed is merely exceptional reflex, nothing more. If he describes the fall as it happens, that is something her physics cannot hold. She does not tell him which she expects. She tips it when his eyes are elsewhere. The cup falls. To Mara, it is a blur and a flinch, her hand reaching uselessly. But Wren's hand is simply there, beneath it, before it lands, the cup settling into his palm. No lunge, no snatch. He did not hurry, and that is the wound to her theory. A reflex is a panic of muscle, fast and ugly. This was slow. He caught a falling cup slowly. She makes him do it again and again. It is never not slow. She asks him, recorder close, what he sees when the cup falls. He answers as if describing a slow afternoon. I see it leave the shelf, he says. I see it turn, this edge, then that. I have time to notice the chip on its rim, to decide whether to catch it. He smiles faintly. Usually it is. For Mara, the same fall is a single startled instant. For him, it is a small, unhurried event with a beginning and a choice. The cup has not changed. The second has. A cup is not a crisis, she objects, and he agrees. So she raises the stakes the way only a desperate skeptic will. With his consent, she stacks real stress onto the catch. Cold shock, a sudden crash of falling pans behind him, a startle layered over the drop. Anyone's hands would scatter, the cup shattering in the chaos. She springs it all at once, the cup falling as the pans crash. Wren breathes out, one long breath inside the noise, and catches the cup without looking at the pans. Mara stands very still afterward, the recorder forgotten in her hand. She came to prove that pressure makes us fast and stupid, and it does. It made her flinch at pans that threatened nothing. But the man at the center of the noise had grown slower, not faster, calmer as the world got louder, as if the long exhale carved a quiet room and he simply stepped inside it while everything else fell. Her certainty does not shatter. It develops precisely, a hairline crack, the kind that lets water in. Then she does the thing no investigator should. She sits in his place. She sets the cup, hands him the string, and tells him to spring the chaos on her. Pans crash. The cup falls. Her body screams to flinch, and she has time, barely, for one long, deliberate exhale, the breath he taught her. The panic loosens a fraction. The cup is still too fast for her untrained hands. But for one stretched instant, she sees it turn in the air and knows the room is real. You felt it, he says. Not a question. She nods, unwilling to say more, afraid to spend it. That sliver of room, he tells her, is the whole inheritance. Mine is wider only because I have breathed into it 10,000 times. Yours opened on the first true try. He turns the cup in his scarred fingers. The soldiers on the pass had no room, he says. Not because they were weak. No one ever taught them this one breath. That is the only difference between them and me. That night, she reviews every frame, the way she once reviewed a wolf lying down. She slows the catch, magnifies the hand, hunts for the cheat, the early move that would betray mere reflex. There is none. There is only a man exhaling into chaos and a hand arriving exactly on time, unhurried, again and again, under stress that scattered her own body like dropped beads. Every column in her notebook is silent. The falling cup has fallen clean through all of them and landed gently in her certainty. She finds Wren at the cushion afterward, breathing, always breathing. You could have let it shatter, she says, and hears the unsteadiness in her voice. He shrugs, the cup beside him whole. It wasn't hard, he says. It only looked impossible because everyone else was hurrying. Those just look the same to people who can't slow down. Mara stands in the ringing quiet. For the second time in 2 cases, she has no theory at all, only a breath and a crack and the light coming through it.